You already know a fair amount about what's going to happen. I'll just review it again. I'll put a film on the screen, I'll let it run. This is just an exercise in watching a movie in two different ways at once. This group will be seeing light transmitted through the screen. We call it the transmitted light side, and you're on the reflected light side.
Well, it's three different media.
Light reflected from the screen like ordinary movie. Right, now, please don't talk to each other about it, but would everybody kindly take out a sheet of paper and write about half a page to a page of comments, just whatever seems to you remarkable or noteworthy or significant. One group of the students talked about the experience as if it happened over there on a screen. It was something outside of them, it happened over there, and they were objective, comparatively speaking. The other group talked about themselves. Most of their comments referred to themselves and how they felt and what they thought.
Why light true is not the same as light reflected?
Oh.
What's the problem?
The difference between reflected light, which happens over there, and transmitted light is that when light comes through, you become the screen. And you wrap yourself in those images. And so you don't have any detachment. You are the screen.
A lot of trouble. Because you people and 62 million other Americans are listening to me right now. Because less than 3% of you people read books. Because less than 15% of you read newspapers. Because the only truth you know is what you get over this tube. Right now, there is an entire generation that never knew anything that didn't come out of this tube. This tube is the gospel, the ultimate revelation. This tube can make or break presidents, popes, prime ministers. This tube is the most awesome goddamn force in the whole godless world. And woe is us if it ever falls into the hands of the wrong people. And when the largest company in the world controls the most awesome goddamn propaganda force in the whole godless world, who knows what shit will be peddled for truth on this network. So you listen to me. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We're in the boredom-killing business. But you people sit there day after day, night after night, all ages, colors, creeds. We're all you know. You're beginning to believe the illusions we're spinning here. You're beginning to think that the tube is reality and that your own lives are unreal. You do whatever the tube tells you. You dress like the tube. You eat like the tube. You raise your children like the tube. You even think like the tube. This is mass madness, you maniacs. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.
Not seek to understand what's happening here when I've got peanuts in my head, peanuts in my head, peanuts in my head, peanuts in my head. When will I wake? When will I wake? When will I begin to think?
They do not want you to think too much. That is why our country and our world has become so proliferated with entertainments, mass media, game shows, television shows, amusement parks, drugs, alcohol, and every kind of entertainment to keep the human mind entertained.
What it essentially amounts to here is that all the top media officials are members of these clubs, Council on Foreign Relations, Tribal Leadership, Bilderberg, and so on, whose goal is to bring about this new world.
There are certain people that do watch, like, the news, which I think is rubbish as well, because it's just empty. I mean,
now, many people, especially young people, accept unquestioningly the reality. blasted by the media. Popular culture, movies, television, music, carry messages about how society works and how people should behave. And so entertainment is not value-free. It has ideological content. It presents a worldview that influences the people who watch the programming. Now, there are two primary means by which people are manipulated and controlled. One is very simple, very basic, and that is simply the control of information. Working as an editor, it was easy to see how simple it is to change the meaning of an event or change the meaning of what someone says through editing. And so I was very well aware of how plastic and moldable media reality was. But I didn't fully appreciate the extent to which we are all manipulated and controlled by media, including those people who work in it. Using television as the prime example of how mental programming and mind control works, television is the most powerful weapon of psychological warfare in history. In fact, the ultimate control is to control people without their conscious awareness. Again, television is the prime example. Think back to whenever you have observed young children or older adults sitting, watching television. They have this glassy-eyed, vacant look in their eyes because they are in a trance state, in a hypnotic state of mind. We don't see it consciously, but subconsciously, the repeating visual pattern of the flicker induces the trance state. And that's the basic principle behind hypnotic programming, is that you mind is the hypnotic state of mind, making television extremely important in this whole process of creating a unified mindset among the entire population.
Alors, si vous me dites, c'est quoi le sionisme, il est en train, monsieur, il est en train d'éduquer tes enfants. Tu n'as plus autorité sur tes enfants. Il est en train de les orienter comme ils veulent, où ils veulent.
L'établissement entre les deux guerres mondiales, car il faut en remonter jusque-là, l'établissement d'un foyer sioniste en Palestine, et puis après la Deuxième Guerre mondiale, l'établissement d'un État d'Israël, soulevait à l'époque un certain nombre d'appréhensions. On pouvait se demander, en effet, et on se demandait, même chez beaucoup de juifs, si l'implantation de cette communauté sur des terres qui avaient été acquises dans des conditions plus ou moins justifiables et au milieu des peuples arabes qui lui sont foncièrement hostiles, n'allait pas entraîner d'interminables frictions et conflits. Et certains même redoutaient que les Juifs, jusqu'alors dispersés, mais qui étaient restés ce qu'ils avaient été de tout temps, c'est-à-dire un peuple d'élite, sûr de lui-même et dominateur, n'en viennent, une fois qu'ils seraient rassemblés dans le site de son ancienne grandeur, n'en viennent à changer en ambition ardente et conquérante